on the box. You're welcome.
So cool to see her.
Hey, Matt. All together or just today?
I would say.
Here at the museum. I'll be giving you some information as we go around our 3 trips around the museum grounds. A few safety notes first. If you're sitting in one of the coaches, the windows are being held up by little sticks. And if you try to adjust the window up, that little stick can fall out and the window might slap down on you. So please do not try to adjust the windows, or ask for help if you need it, and we'll be glad to come along and do that. If you're riding in the open car, we need an adult on the ends of each seat next to the ends of the car, because we don't want the kids to slide down if they lurch. We don't mind if the adults get pinched at the end of the car, but not the kiddies. So once we hear 2 blasts of the whistle, that means the engineers release the brakes, and we're going to begin our short journey. Once that happens, then we want you to stay in the same seat you are when you hear that, not move around in the car, and keep hands and arms inside the cars at all times. We have a great safety record, and we appreciate the patrons who pay attention to safety too. You're our most important person when it comes to safety. Now, if you live locally, you might want to consider membership in the museum. It pays for itself really quickly. There are some benefits to doing that. You get, besides the unlimited entry, except for super special events, you get... I'm often asked about what that was all about there in the locomotive. Well, the locomotive has a safety pressure valve on it. And if the fireman keeps it real hot and they don't move very often, then the water and pressure build up in the boiler. And then those things, that will blow off any excess pressure and keep it down to the proper, correct pressure. So, as I was starting to say, we have a great website at the museum, and you might want to consider membership because in addition to the regular benefits about admission and all, you will also get access to early ticket sales for the special events like Day Out with Thomas and Polar Express. Our Polar Express usually sells out fairly fast, so membership does give you an edge up on that. Also, because of the virus, things have changed a lot at the museum, and the website is a place to get the latest up-to-date and current information. Today we have the Model T Club with us. Also, over on the other side of the Garden Railroad, you'll see the Antique Power Association exhibits over there as well. We got some interesting new ones this year. I know I enjoyed seeing those. If you get too warm today and you want to cool off a little bit, the place to do that is down in the basement of the main building where the Denver HO Scale Model Railroad resides. And if you haven't been down there, that is an extremely highly detailed layout. And as you walk along, I mean, it blows me away. Every time I go down there, I see something. I said, was that there before? It's just that detailed. Effectively. Here we go. So we're going to be working our way up the hill here, so everybody stay seated now as we go around. Back to the passenger cars. They were built by the Jackson and Sharp Company in the East, and the Jackson and Sharp Company was known for the high quality of coaches they built. So we're really happy to have these two. The front coach is owned by the museum, and the back one is owned by the city of Boulder, and we just display it for them. We're hoping to get them to put a little money into it. So you'll notice the exhaust sounds as we go up the hill, and then as we go down on the other side, you'll see quite a bit of difference as we head downhill. Looking off to the inside of the curve here, you'll see Union Pacific coach 4801, and behind it is a standard coach. Those cars were donated by Union Pacific Railroad, and when they donated them, it came with everything, including all the pots and pans, dishes, tablecloths, knives, forks, and spoons, everything needed to actually operate it like a diner. Before they have an event in that car, it was a fun thing to do. People didn't want to cook in there; they had too much trouble, so they would cater their events. The last one I saw was a Valentine's Day event, and all the things from 1940s. In the springtime, and there were even double-deck cars so that they could load more sheep in them when they took sheep up to the mountains. Then in the fall, they would bring the animals back down so we could have our steak and burger dinner. So you see how quiet everything here is as our engineer slacks off on the power and we start downhill. He has two sets of brakes in there, one that holds the cars back and one for the locomotive. So what he does is he sets the train brake first, and that keeps the train stretched out so that it doesn't bang in and out as we go down the hill. Okay, also on the inside now you see that brown brick building there. That's our 5-star roundhouse. That's where we do all of our restoration and plumbing jobs, everything you need basically, even the parcel work we can do in there. Today, over here, by the roundhouse, we have one of our volunteers here in a yellow shirt. He's happy to demonstrate how our manually operated turntable works, and even give you a shot at looking around a little bit. So now, as we come through the cross, if you look up the hill, you'll see that red clear switch engine over there. You can get up in that locomotive and sit in a engineer seat. And if you put a quarter in the slot, the sound system will come on and it can simulate operating. Outside of the loop, and it's a little bit hard to see because it's not quite good. The locomotive 6629 over there, the largest steam locomotive we have here. Now coming up next to it is the 191, which was built 16 years earlier. Now the big one was built by the railroad in 1940 in their own shop. It could make speeds of up to 100 miles an hour between Denver and Chicago, which was its normal run, and that was only 70 freight cars. The little one, but you can see from that the evolution of steam power in just those 60 years.
Ash from the smoke.
Now stand to the outside if you look at our water tank in our section house. It's named No Agua, which means no water in Spanish. It was an actual station on the DNRT line down to New Mexico, and the local folks told the railroad there's no water here, so they named the station No Agua. After a while, the railroad decided to drill for water and actually found water, but they never changed the name of the station, and it stayed that way to the end, and our founder, Robert W. Richardson, actually salvaged those actual station signs that are on the section house. I've often been asked, how much it costs to restore cleaning like the number 20 on our truck today. It costs me about $2 million, and that's only if everything goes well. So if you have a spare maintenance program, just see me on the way out, and I'll be glad to take a big enough to hand so we can work on something else. It's really great of you to come out because because of your missing money and your train ride money, it does go to the restoration fund that keeps us volunteers busy over here at Roundhouse, taking care of our needs. Our oldest steam locomotive, the 346, was built in 1880, and it still runs just fine today, thanks to the talented volunteers we have here at the museum. Guys for that. But we do have our famous and wonderful popcorn vendors here, and they have some of the greatest popcorn in the world. Look at that, the right side now as we come up the hill, you'll see two of our refrigerator cars we have here, the yellow ones and the orange ones just come on the view now here, slowly up in the front. If you look at the tops of those, you'll see hashers on each end of the car. Those are the hashers where they put ice down in the ice bunkers in the car. They would then cool the car down, load the fruits and vegetables in there, and haul them down to the Denver markets where they were transferred standard gauge refrigerator cars and shipped off to the eastern markets very quickly using locomotives like the 5629. They actually had icing stations along the way. So as the train went along, after a certain period of time, they would pull up to an icing station and the crews would load more ice into the car. Now, coming past the caboose here, 0524, you'll see a Shea locomotive, two of them actually, number 12 and number 14. Think of those like all-wheel drive automobiles, except that they were all-wheel drive locomotives. They had vertical side of the wheels, which turned the gears on the wheels. Even the wheels on the tenders were powered. Now they couldn't go very fast, but they could go up very steep grades, much steeper than the ones we have here. In Colorado, they were used in the marble quarry and also for lumbering. The largest single piece of marble ever quarried was quarried at Marble, Colorado. It was brought down to Denver with a shade light type locomotive like that, transferred to a flat car, hauled to the unnamed stage. When you walk around on the branch, you can walk right up next to those two Shea locomotives, and you can get an idea of how that system actually works, the shoulders and the gears. And one of the nice exhibits behind that little cars there, the railway post office car. That car has a complete interior in it, and you can see how things worked back then. Those cars were actually in use into the mid-60s, but after that the truckers and the airplanes took over all that business from the railroads. But the postal clerks actually rode in their room. They carried weapons because they had a lot of high-value like bonds and stocks in there, and so they had to protect.
Let's see what your hat is. Oh, farm show. Model world.
We're looking at the model downstairs. But you, I don't know if.
Wow.
Look, they're playing Thomas over here, Brian, at the drive-in. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It's on the other side now.
No, they're only allowing 2 parties down there, so